This goes out to those who have ears to hear, eyes to see, and mouths to speak the truth while living among those who are spiritually deaf, blind, and dumb. You are not alone. This is for those who are actually living by God's word and not continuing in traditions and doctrines of men that have been passed down from generation to generation. This is for those who have been willing to break to build. Everybody that abides in truth has had to tear down their beliefs that have been built on top of the shoddy foundation of doctrines of men and start all over to build on top of a foundation of truth given from God. And when you suggest that others do the same, instead of facing the option of having to humble themselves and start all the way over from scratch, they'll be like, because they'll be protecting the grand structure that they've built on top of a crappy foundation because it's too much work and requires too much self-sacrifice to tear down everything and start all the way over to build on top of a solid foundation of objective truth. This is for those who constantly deal with people who rebuke you but are incapable of correcting you with solid biblical correction, even when you ask for it. This is for those whose friends and families scatter like roaches when the light hits them. This is for those who know firsthand that the worst feeling in the world is when you love someone and they hate you because of it. It's like they found the most comfortable chair in the world and they've decided to live out their life there, not realizing that their chair is sitting directly in the path of God's wrath. And all you're trying to do is wake them up and get them off of the path, and they resent you for it because the truth that you're presenting to them requires change. And they're too comfortable to change anything that takes them out of their comfort zone and requires them to give up a certain amount of worldly comforts. Don't take it personal. Just know that they hate you because they hated Christ first. You gotta move on, because a hard heart is one that doesn't respond to truth. Someone with a heart that's being hardened begins to drift from the truth. They start to blame shift, they try to become the victim, they lose their reason, they redefine right and wrong, and they retranslate the Bible and say that a leisurely, lukewarm walk with Christ is acceptable. Realize that trying to convince someone of something they don't want to believe is a fruitless effort, because those who embrace and defend deception will reject the truth. They're living to die while we're dying to live. Christ said that his real family are those who do the will of his Father, and he said that his truth would turn parent against child. It would make people of your own household hate you, and that those who love their parents, children, wives, siblings, or their own self more than him will be rejected by him. And when you actually do put Christ over everyone and everything else by becoming part of his real family, all of a sudden it's like you're living in the twilight zone. Good is bad, beautiful is ugly, wisdom is foolishness, and you're surrounded by people who say that they love you while they all try to convince you that you're crazy for not going along with the world's programs. And they tell you to take some aspartame shots and some other prescription poison and to wash it all down with a tall glass of fluoride, to do away with all that absolute truth nonsense that offends others who don't want it. And just like in the days of Noah, people who are of the world have no idea what's coming, and they won't until it's too late. You don't even need to look at the economies, the weather, and the governments of the world to see that we're almost at the end of the book. Just look at what's going on spiritually. While God's people are waking up out of their spiritual slumber and falling in line and spreading objective truth, a clear line is being drawn in the sand. Professing believers are making manifest that they don't believe what the Word actually teaches, but rather the doctrines that they have been taught by men. While they're blind to their own apostasy and are moving towards a hodgepodge of relativity with the rest of the world, we're moving towards absolute objectivity. Only those who are actively seeking and receptive to objective truth and are willing to break to build on top of it will obtain it. So, to my real family, this video and everything else I do is for you. Just know that while you seem to be by yourself right now, you are not alone, because your real family is out there dealing with the same struggles. Just keep enduring. And to everyone else, what I'm saying will seem like foolishness to you, and that's fine, because this isn't for you. And if you get offended by what I do or what I say, I will not apologize, nor will I cease doing what I'm doing for my real family. That's what it is, and that's where it's at.
Wait a minute. Not yet.
For all of my peoples who understand and truly recognize, some won't get it for that. I won't apologize. I will not apologize. I will not apologize. I can't apologize. I will not apologize. For all of my peoples who understand and truly recognize, some won't get it for that. Check out your